Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome back to the North American Mania Tournament 2023. Going right along to the end, or towards the end of this round of 64 weekend. A lot of very exciting matches, a lot of double, triple, quadruple, even quintuple headers. We're quickly approaching the end of the line. We have our next matchup on stream for you guys here. It's going to be Maxtulini going up against Oxilius, a Guatemalan player, one of the few Guatemalans probably around in the tournament scene, going up against one of the many Canadians in the scene.
Ah, rayos. Ya no. Qué divertido es eso.
Just holding out just a little bit stronger here. But two full combos. I mean, one miss could bring down Oxilius.
Yeah, and as these Alex trying to come out.
Oh, the 200, 100, or 50. Actually, wait a second. It's neck and neck.
They are virtually tied against each other. For every 200, one player drops, the other responds in kind. Right now, Oxilius actually falling from their perch here as the LN starts making an introduction. A lot of late releases here as we clear out. Not a lot of tricks left up this map sleeve. Last level of chart left to go is 400%. Max ahead. It looked a little bit dicey there from the early going, but unless they find a slip up here, last two notes, watch the releases.
And that's going to be it. He takes the first point.
Oh my goodness, that was ratio difference to 200s really doing the damage there.
Yeah, no, that is. Dang, and he must have gotten all of that at the LN section too. That's really tragic.
Vamos. Wow.
Oxilius in the driver's seat for the moment. You imagine that they're not out of the woods just yet. A singular 200 can swing this again as we make our way into the last quarter of the chart. It starts to pick up once again. It's basically just these streams that can really be the difference maker, but the jacks start to get a little bit more dense to read through. It's going to come down to keeping that 300 count under control as we begin this last quarter of the chart.
Looking really strong here. Oxilius does have that tiny bit of lead with a 0.03 percentage, but Max is slowly bringing it, shortening it. Oh my gosh, they're neck and neck, Sparky.
It is up to Max to start to climb up. Oxilius cannot afford to find a rush of 300s this late on into the chart. There is only a couple hundred notes left, and it looks like Oxilius might have done enough. Another couple of streams to read through, and they're going to be able to hold on.
Oh, he brings and takes back his own point. Look at that.
Oh, that 100. A singular 100. That 700 point difference. Any more 200s from that singular one could have swung things over. The ratio between the two of them in the 300 column, way too close to call. And Oxilius, by the skin of their teeth, make it 1-1 now.
What? ¿Cómo me fue? Wow.
The other one trying to hold on. You see on the UR bar the overholds on the side of Oxilius, really bringing down their accuracy for the moment, down into that low 99% range. Still a competitive score by virtue of that FC, but as I say that last quarter of the chart, they do drop the full combo. That's going to help push it.
Oh no. And it's just at the very end too. There's barely any to build up back to 400 combo. This is a big lead for Max. I don't think he's going to be able to come back from this. That was a detrimental drop, especially with the accuracy along with that miss. I think this is definitely going to go to Max's point, but this was to be expected, especially what we saw from Max's play from the first map. So he is going to be taking his second point, but now Oxilius gets to attack back, hopefully picking another rice, maybe?
Probably gonna shoot right back up into that top half of the map pool. And I mean, interestingly enough, 300 counts in favor of Oxilius. It's really just the 200s, the release element of these LNs really doing the damage for them.
Wow. Bien, full combo.
Oh, it does look like he did. Oh man, no. This is close. Oh no! Oh, Max does find a miss! Oh my gosh.
That was a pretty clean drop though. It's just a singular one, no extra bad judgments coming along with it, but it is now a 1/10% between the two players. Oxilius finding a couple of, maybe just rushing a little bit, trying to keep this pace going down into that 99.7 range. Oh, this is still anybody's game. There's still a number of notes to hit, and if you mess up any of these streams for even a moment, there are no breaks from here on out towards the end, but it looks like Oxilius is going to be able to do just enough.
And he does with a 991K. Unbelievable score. Look at that ratio game from Oxilius as well. 209 with 3 200s and 1 100. Wow, and that one miss from Max ended up, actually, he still would have, wait, no, if he didn't get that miss, I think he would have won, maybe?
It would have been very close.
It would have been very close, but that one miss did not help at all, and that's going to give Oxilius that point that he needed.
Oof. Oh no. No.
Oh, for sure. The last couple of misses, so he takes stock of the situation. About 50,000 points, and I think Oxilius
What happened?
might have been a lag spike.
Did his game minimize? I have that moment too. My game minimizes and it closes and I freak out.
Yeah, I've seen Windows updates, security updates, just the whole gamut as...
It looks like it happened again.
Maybe, but yeah, they probably took a look at the score and they were like, okay, I'm not coming back from this. Not gonna waste my time. Not gonna waste the mental energy to see the rest of this chart out. Gonna hand the point over to Max. They were already ahead from the offset, and this is going to make it 3-2 now. Oxilius probably taking a moment to consider what their next option is in terms of their next rice pick, you would imagine. Probably going to go into the protect. Rice 5 on the board for them. So nice little collapse of the play field.
Wow, 99%. No, actually, with the FC as well. Dang, Max, good job on that. That's actually such a good score.
Vamos. Full combo, esto es lo que me interesa. Ah, la pobre. La verdad es que sí, me da mucha pena, pero bueno.
Oh, really? He's gonna have to work for this point.
As he has for all the rice points that they have accrued so far. Last third of the chart left to go, as basically just these LN walls coming in, and the rice in between. I hope that isn't because of a disconnect. Not going to be the case here. Able to hold on as we make our way into the last quarter of the chart. A 10% separate. Two players teetering once again on the knife. There's a 50. There's a 50 from Oxilius.
It's like 1,000. Oh, no.
It's 100 points, a couple hundred points between these two players. Oxilius is able to recover very well from that unfortunate 50. Max able to hold on to the full combo as well, but taking a bit of damage, falling from that 99.6 mark down into the 99.4, and we're going to tiebreaker.
Oh man, my heart. He does it. Whew, man, look at that score. Sheesh. That 988, almost 989K, 200 ratio, 2 200s and 150, putting us on the edge of our seat, giving us a heart attack. Oh my lord. But that's it. Then we're going to tiebreaker.
Vamos. Tiebreaker. Tiebreaker. Sí, se vino tiebreaker.
The winner of this match here does move on and stay in the winner's bracket, but few seconds now, we're starting the tiebreaker. I'm so excited, Sparky.
This is the essence of all tournaments up on screen once again, and similar to what we saw on ukulele, Max finding a bit of an accuracy drop right from the offset, and Oxilius able to capitalize on it for the moment. You would imagine as this song progresses, he'll be able to shore up the accuracy, climb back up into maybe that high 99 range. But as I say that, they're virtually tied going into the first drop.
Oh, definitely want to maximize the amount of 300s in ratio game you have here. Try to minimize the amount of 200s that we'll see. But we're already seeing Oxilius pulling out a few 200s. His ratio game is really strong though. Max also is pulling out 200s, but the song's only going to get denser. Oh wow, we're actually seeing more 200 count from Max. Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't expect this.
Opening volley is done. Oxilius comes out on top for the moment going into the second quarter of the chart, able to mitigate the damage potentially from some of those LN bursts that we saw. And you would imagine they're going to start to climb as these rice patterns start to come out. The rolls going to catch a couple of 200s, but both players still holding on to their FCs as we get into this next section, second third of the chart upcoming. These LNs start to become a little bit more intrusive through all these heavy rice rolls.
Oh my gosh, these patterns are crazy. I forgot I did commentate the showcase, so I do know this map. But you know, these patterns are absolutely crazy. What skill level are these players at? I'm not sure what it is. Maxtulini?
And as we make our way into the back half of the chart, these anchors on the singular column, very easy for both players to navigate through. That could have been disastrous for either, though they started those off on the wrong foot, able to avoid that. And Max has caught up now. It's inside 500% going into the next drop. The LN starts to become a little bit more pervasive here, and you would imagine it's up to Oxilius to be able to hold on to the accuracy, but they start to fall behind now. Max is actually taking the lead here in the transition, but it is not without a struggle here. They are trading back and forth.
Oh my god, look at the scores! They're flickering. They're like 100 score difference.
They are playing.
Oh my gosh. Oh, but he just found Max just found a few 200s there. Oxilius just pull ahead just a little bit on the break section. Their ranks are pretty much identical as well. These are really close players.
Yeah, for sure.
99.3 and 99.2. Oh man.
Cannot afford to find a drop this late.
Oh.
Next roll, both of them managed to make it through. Oxilius finding a couple 200s in the transition as we get into a full LN section. This is probably Max's best opportunity to start pulling away here as the lead starts to shift back over to the red side. A lot of 200 coming out from Oxilius at the moment, but still able to hold on to the combo. Neither player can afford to find a drop this late on. Last quarter of the chart still left to go. A lot of 200 being traded back and forth. I imagine the nerves are probably at their wit's end. Both players managing to hold on.
Oh, look at the score difference. Like 1,000. Stop. I can't.
It is inside the 100. Last roll.
Oh, he hits it. Okay, it's just rice now. Does he flip it back up?
A very tech-oriented section. A lot of LN starting to come through as well. Oxilius finding these 200s on the releases.
So many 200s.
The shoe is on the other foot now. It is up to Max to not find any 200s on these rice bursts. They have had the consistency overall, despite Ox having maybe the 300 count advantage, but it is still way too close to call. Cannot afford to bat an eye this late on. Gotta be able to manage your way through.
He finds a miss and secures Max's win. Oh my gosh. 974 to 970. Look at the ratio game, and the 200 count was only 8 difference. But he lost because of the 100s and the one miss.
Oh, that singular miss. The nail in the coffin for a potential upset from Oxilius. Very well played by both of these players. That was as back and forth as it could have been. And Maxtulini punches their ticket into the winner's round of 32.
Oh man, and he gets to face none other than the accuracy god. Halogen in the round of 32 winners bracket. Congratulations, Max.
A ver. ¡Vamos! ¡Ah! ¡So close! ¡Vamos! ¡Ah! ¡Ah! Mi corazoncito. GG will play Oxilius. That was so close. My freaking god. That was so crazy. Unbelievable. That's it for me. Hope to see you in loser's bracket.